Shalom, Yashar Allah. First and foremost, I would like to give all glory, honor, and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakach, Wadash. Double honors to the beloved elders and the apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to all you hopeful like the Akim out there laboring, that are pushing this word and truth and in sincerity. This is your brother Amar from the GMS Boise, Idaho camp, and I wanted to do this lesson based on an announcement that came out yesterday. Was the first of me hearing about it. But the article reads, President-elect Trump threatens 100% tariffs on Brics nations if they don't abandon plans to create a currency to challenge the U.S. dollar. And the currency that they're talking about, is the Brics dollar. And we have done, I have done, and the brothers have done multiple lessons on the Brics dollar and the different nations that are a part of the agreement and their plans to settle trade agreements outside the U.S. dollar amongst the BRICS nations. So if you're a part of the BRICS nations, if you have a debt to another nation that's also in the BRICS, you guys are going to settle it outside, not using the U.S. dollar. You'll be using a different currency or goods, the bartering system. So anything to get away from the U.S. dollar. And then we understand that this is just a controlled opposition, because these devils are all, whether they're the BRICS side, the NATO side, the U.S. side, whatever it is, they're all working for the elite and working towards the same end goal, which is the collapse of the U.S. dollar and the ushering into the beast system, which is a one world currency based on a one world government, based on a one world internet of things where they're attached and they have intelligence of everything that you do, how many heartbeats you have, what you're buying and selling, where you're going, when you wake up, when you go to sleep, all these things they're going to have. And all this is centered around the charagma, but it's going to come in the main, identifier of what it is has to do with buying and selling. So to usher in that new system, you have to destroy the current system, so this is just more, so-called controlled opposition that's going to just further escalate the downfall and destruction of the U.S. dollar and Babylon the Great. But this is the article that I have on it, and I'm not going to read through this whole thing. I just wanted to grab a couple things. But this is the website online that I got it from. It's called Real News No Bullshit. It's actually it's a pretty good, straight to the point website if you want to go look it up. But this is U.S. News. President-elect Donald Trump has threatened to impose 100% tariffs on BRICS nations unless they commit to not creating a BRICS currency, which Russian President Vladimir Putin has hinted is in the works. And it is already in the works. They already have it. They have plans for it. But what this is just the U.S. feeling challenged because they know that these other nations have more resources and better economies and workforce to make them more powerful than the current rulership, which is the U.S. dollar. I'm going to continue a little bit more. It says, what's the deal? In a post on Truth Social, Trump wrote, the idea that the BRICS countries are trying to move away from the dollar while we stand by and watch is over. We require a commitment from these countries that they will neither create a new BRICS currency nor back any other currency to replace the mighty U.S. dollar, or they will face 100% tariffs and should expect to say goodbye to selling into the wonderful U.S. economy. Oh shit! The pride of these devils, Akim. The pride of these devils, the thing that no one can ever take them down, man. There's been way better empires, more powerful than this fucking puny ass American, so-called light beer and blue jeans, best it's ever been type country. Continuing, they can go find another sucker. And this is what Trump wrote on his Truth Social again. There is no chance that the BRICS will replace the U.S. dollar in international trade. And any country that tries should wave goodbye to America. Trying to say it like a Trump voice. But hey, man, in all sincerity, this is just a joke, man. Because we can see exactly what the elites are doing. They're rising up the opposition so that there's a boogeyman to blame for when the U.S. economy crashes. So again, there's no saving this place. And the first scriptures I wanted to bring is James 5:1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. And corrupted means decayed. They're broken down into nothing. Again, moth-eaten is another symbolic term of something being decayed, broken down. Because when you have a garment in the closet for a long time, and it's in the ancient world, let's say it was 100% linen or cotton, whatever, it would have holes in it because it would be hanging so long without being moved, and the moths would eat it. So it would lose its value because it have a bunch of holes in it. But this is more scriptures, because this place is not getting saved. No matter how many threats they make with their U.S. military, no matter how many times they say they have the bestest and greatestest, that's not a word, economy, it's not going to save them, man. No matter how much they try to bully these other nations, America is not the big bag bully on the block anymore. There's a lot of other countries that compete and run and do better than the United States in so many categories, from the school system to the road infrastructure, to the quality of life, to the food, everything, man, top to bottom. The United States is not up there with the places that you want to live, in a developed country. But this is Jeremiah 51:5. For Israel hath not been forsaken. See, the Lord hasn't forgot about his people, nor Judah of his power, of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, because the Lord is going to come mightily to save us, man. And Yahweh hasn't, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai hasn't ever forgotten about his people, the elect. 2/3 of his people are going to have to get hit with that restart button to be able to say goo goo gaga when the kingdom comes. And in their right mind, in the new bodies, from the loins of one of the elect. Continuing, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Our people are the only ones that can sin against the Most High, and we do a great job of being more wicked than the wicked once we're so-called accepted into the type of lifestyle that he pushes on our people, with the rap culture, with being so-called included in his societies, with the end of segregation. Our people have only ever gotten worse, So once we're close to this devil, we only absorb wickedness because we're disconnected from our power. So what do we know? We don't know any better other than to follow what this devil feeds us, this slop that he gives us as so-called the American dream. This is verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Flee out of the midst of Babylon from the top again, talking about your mind. You got to disconnect from this type of living. You shouldn't be out here celebrating these holidays, even your own birthday, eating what these people eat, doing what these people do, by terms of the food and lifestyle choices and the things that you're actually after as even if the word goal is on your mind, like the stupid ass question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Well, hopefully it's in the kingdom, but what are you going to do in the meantime to get yourself there to the best of your ability, knowing what you can do to serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and repent daily, man. And that's, it's as simple as that, man. Just try to be better than you were yesterday. Don't keep making the same mistakes. If you got a problem with something over and over and over again, pray to the Lord, fast, do what you got to do, talk to a brother, but just try to overcome what you know you need to do to be better. This is verse, so that's part of flee out of the midst of Babylon. We're literally not going to grab our fucking backpacks and walk out of here and run across the border to Canada or Mexico. No, man. That the Lord is going to deliver us. We just got to make sure our spirit is ready when he comes back. So, yeah, heavy, man. This is Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's hand that made all the earth drunken. Meaning that this is an allegory to their philosophies, to where all the world wanted to be like Babylon the Great. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. So they got a taste of this Babylonian juice, and now their women are fucking whores. Their daughters are rebellious. Their sons want to be women. Their fucking husbands are closet homos. their wives are fucking OnlyFans, fucking income type women. So trickling down the line, the food degraded, the culture's down, the entertainment's trash, the music's blah. So all of it comes with following the Babylonian lifestyle, i.e., coveting after material things and thinking that money is the ultimate, ending place of happiness. You got to be happy, but you got to have a bunch of money to do it first. No, that's not the case. Again, this is verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain? If so, B, she may be healed. Babylon is suddenly fallen because this is going to be a quick destruction in less than an hour. This place is going to be laid a destruction, desolate wasteland once the nuclear missiles and the chariot laser beams melt this place. How for her take balm for her pain? If so be she may be healed. And balm is something that, an ointment that you put on a wound, that can be healed. But nah, man, there's no healing this place. So that is like a facetious type, statement to be like, if so, yeah, like if you think she can do it, it's like the Lord also saying to Esau that he'll replace Israel if they can measure the depths of the sea and the stars of heaven and all these things. That is impossible because it's not even in our mind to comprehend how big that is. So it would never happen. Verse 9, this is ultimately the point. This is the last scripture that I'm going to close it out. Jeremiah 51:9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Showing that this place, no matter how many threats they make, no matter how many times they try to boost their economies and get some sort of aid package, it ain't going to happen. This place is not bouncing back. America is not becoming great again. So this is just a continuing with what the Bible has always said, that this place is going to be destroyed, in some of the most advanced third world countries here in the near future. This is continuing. Forsake her, let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. Man, so this is, all these nations that come to this place to make money, they're all going to flee back to their country because they're going to see that there's no more, wealth in this land because the dollars collapsed. The shipping routes are done. They're talking about another big old port strike that is international, multinational, more than one nation's, because they're seeing the autonomous robots coming over and taking over shit, so they don't want that to happen, so all this is just continuing towards what's going to happen, which is a very tumultuous years coming in our near future, and hopefully, Lord willing, this be, the end of it, because, hey, man, we know that the dollar collapses, and soon after the dollar collapses, based on these threats that Trump's making 100% tariffs my ass, we can see that the Charagma's soon close by, Jacob's trouble, and then boom, the missiles start flying, and Lord willing, to those brothers that have been doing the right thing, and the 1/3, we're going to get delivered out of here, Lord willing, Yahweh Ratazah, that's why we call ourselves the hopeful elect, and I pray I'm of that number, and that's why we do the certain things that we do. And teach and tell our people these things that they need to be doing, and edify and blow that horn, bark like a dog from our watchtower of these things that are happening. So with that being said, Lord willing, that this lesson was edifying unto the elect, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechach Kodash, and double honors to the beloved elders and the apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to all you hope for elect Akim out there laboring, that are pushing this word in truth and in all sincerity. Till next time, Lord willing, Shalom.